It brings me no pleasure to report this, but U.S. Senator Josh Hawley, Stanford graduate Josh Hawley, okay, who very much is a bougie bitch, who, because he's like a Missouri senator, has to behave like he's like this big manly man, is straight up doing Jordan Peterson memes. He is now doing no fap, no nut November, semen retention lines. He's like, they've completely lost the plot on like anything that ever would materially matter to human beings, to his own constituents. They're not really doing no fap, right? It's just the front. Why would you want to emulate Jordan Peterson? Why wouldn't you? He was incredibly successful for a reason, obviously, and that success straight up comes from the fact that, you know, this type of stuff is like really popular. Men need goop, bro. Why do you not understand this? Or men need like their own spiritual healers, okay? And this literally is just that. This is just that. Someone giving you like advice on why you feel bad and why you feel bad all the time. Please, we must mystify any sort of materialist analysis. We must mystify class as much as we possibly can and point the finger of blame on, you know, nonsensical things like men are being killed in society because women can work in the workforce and they've been forcibly feminized. That's it. That's all this is, dude. That is literally all this is. And now he's doing that spiritual healer bullshit. It's a perfect way to, you know, it's a perfect way to move into another area. He's gone a little bit outside of the Manhattan Institute talking points. So I respect him. I respect Josh Hawley for doing his own thing. He's going his own way. He's MG Toe.
Senator, you gave a pretty hot speech at the National Conservatism Conference in Orlando. You talked about the left's attack on men of America. Yeah. Why masculinity as your new big issue?
Yeah, why is it your big issue? Because, you know, he has nothing else. What the fuck is going to be his big issue? I don't know, labor rights? Making it easier so that you can unionize your workforce? I don't know, advocating for fucking at least like a higher bottom, like a minimum wage? No, these are not the real issues that he could ever fucking advocate for because it goes against his corporate benefactors. So, of course, he needs to find a new thing. What do the people in Missouri care about? Oh, men. Men are being attacked. Like, let's talk about masculinity. It's like, dude, you literally, Josh Hawley went to Stanford and like goes to Whole Foods to buy wine, okay? I'm sorry, you're not like a real Missouri boy, and you 100% are not like the masculine beacon that you present yourself as. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you have like this bottom ass haircut, you can't fucking turn around and be like, you know, yeah, I'm a gritty, you know, salt of the earth kind of guy. It's like, dude, you're literally
keep up the good
like,
work.
I can see your fucking chiseled dick V's when you're reaching up to the fucking top shelf at Whole Foods to get your vino for the night. And you're over here being like, what's happening to men? Okay? The fuck out of here, dude. Yeah, beacon of masculinity, my ass, dude. Motherfucker looking like Femboy Friday, and he's you know, talking about like how masculinity's been taken away from Americans. No Nut November does make you hard as fuck though, and Missouri probably needs that. I don't even think this will work because it's too complicated. The motherfuckers that he wants to reach out to, he needs to dumb it down. Yeah, this is the guy, by the way. This is what I mean. 2:30 on a work day, and Josh Hawley is 30 miles away, 30 miles from Jeff City buying wine. This is literally what I was talking about. Like, this is the beacon of masculinity, dude. There is, by the way, nothing wrong with this. Don't get me wrong. There is absolutely nothing wrong with this. But that, you can't fucking be a Stanford grad and this guy while simultaneously being like, I'm salt of the fucking earth. Let's go. Like, you know, masculinity is being taken away from us. He looks hot? Yeah, because he fucking works out. And everybody knows, fellas, it's gay to work out. Okay? You're working out for other guys. You just want to show your body to other guys. Fellas, it is literally gay to work out. Okay? I say this as someone who works out pretty much every day, it's gay to fucking work out. It's gay as fuck, okay? You might as well be sucking balls.
16 Hasan.
He's doing bisexual standing. Self-report? Yes, that is what I'm doing.
Solidarity has raid. Yes, Kusi show.
We go to the gym to inspire other hot gay men? Yeah, exactly. What's the logic there? There is no logic. I'm just joking. But the point is this. I don't believe in like, presenting yourself as like a beacon of masculinity in the way that these fucking dumbasses do. I think you only care about that shit if you're deeply insecure about the way you present yourself. If you're deeply insecure about your gender identity, okay? The only people that fucking freak out about this stuff are people like Ben Shapiro who can't grow facial hair, okay? It's ridiculous. And they have an entire audience of pasty little fucking loser nerds who also are insecure about this shit. So I tell you, be secure about your sexuality, be secure about your gender expression, and don't give a fuck about this sort of stuff. It doesn't matter. Whereas Josh Hawley, who very clearly doesn't even fit the bill of like the archetypical like masculine salt of the earth guy, is going to do this, invoke this imagery of this ridiculous like stereotypical manly man kind of guy. Okay? Because there is no way that he could actually fucking advocate for real things that actually help people in Missouri. That's it. A man's man, exactly.
Well, I think what the left is doing is attacking America. They're saying that America is systemically oppressive and men are systemically responsible.
What's a man to you, Peter?
Wait, can someone send me the fucking OG clip? I want to watch the actual OG one. I can't grow facial hair for shit, but I didn't turn out into a dipshit law. The difference between you and people who can't do that is that they're fucking losers. They're pathetic, actual beta male losers. You are not. You recognize that it doesn't fucking matter in the end. That's the difference. Okay? It's about confidence. It's about being able to, be comfortable in your fucking skin. And a lot of us have issues with that, including myself. Let's be real. Okay? But like these guys, ironically, create these like rigid norms that they themselves do not fit into. It's like nobody is asking you to continue advancing these rigid fucking gender norms, especially when you yourself are not even fitting into that. Okay? That's the point. Just fucking love yourself. Okay?
A man is a father, a man is a husband, a man is somebody who takes responsibility. As conservatives, we've got to call men back to responsibility. We've got to say that spending your time not working, and we have more and more men who are not working, spending your time on video games, spending your time watching porn online while doing nothing is not good for you, your family, or this country.
This is literally nofap shit. Like he's talking about this like a YouTube essayist, dude. My man went full YouTube essayist on this.
So a viewer's watching this and they're thinking, really? What the liberals are doing are going to push me to watch Pornhub more or play Donkey Kong more? Do you mean that literally?
Well, what I mean literally is that I think the liberal attack, the left-wing attack on manhood says to men, you're part of the problem. It says that your masculinity is inherently problematic. It's inherently oppressive.
What's your basis for linking that to what liberals or the left, as you would say, do? Is that based on data or based on a hunch?
Well, it's policy over many years. I mean, if you look at the policy of deindustrialization, those are policy choices Mike pursued over many years.
Wait, how does that connect to porn?
Oh, well, you've got men, 16 million men, Mike, who are idle, who don't have anything to do. Now, partly that's their own responsibility, but also partly it's because jobs have dried up.
That's great. I had a class called Masculinity in high school where we just learned this exact shit. Yeah, it's just men are losing because they're playing video games. Notice how, like, it has nothing to do with the fact that like they can't find a fucking job, especially if they only graduated from high school, or even if they graduated from fucking college, they can't find like meaningful jobs that are fulfilling for decent wages and like, have a little bit of fucking autonomy in their lives where like 24/7 with the invention of the fucking cell phone and laptops and shit and the internet, they literally are constantly on, constantly working, constantly getting fucked by their managers every single goddamn day. Notice how like that has nothing to do with it. It's actually literally because like they're playing fucking video games and they're jerking off the porn, dude. Yeah. Famously, there were no extracurricular activities back in the day when men were doing a lot better overall. Like, let's not address the root causes of these problems. Let's never do that, okay? Let's just fucking talk. Let's just gesture insanely at like random things that are cultural flashpoints, that are cultural signifiers, that create you on the one side, that push you on the one side where there's like a different team. You know, you're on my team. We're the anti-porn team. You know, it's the porn that's actually bad. And then on the other side, the people are like, no, porn is actually good. Like, no, ultimately, all men and just all people in general, all working class individuals would be better off overall if they had an opportunity to have meaningful fucking if they were to work in meaningful jobs where they have less autonomy, less alienation, or more autonomy, less alienation from their labor. Okay, if they had a say in the process a little bit, it wouldn't matter if they're fucking jerking off to porn at night on their free time. Okay, it's so stupid. Kyle Rittenhouse self-defense or murder trial is live right now. What do you think? I probably will not be watching it because I don't want to get fucking clapped up. I'm sure that there's going to be like TOS shit. I work 9 to 5. My boss calls me 20 times a day to check in. Yeah, it sucks. He talks about deindustrialization as it was solely the responsibility of the left. All his capitalist benefactors love NAFTA. Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, that is the fucking hilarious thing. 35 months of politics. Thanks, Austin Show. It's so fucking stupid. Like, deindustrialization in the United States of America is a genuine problem and is contributing to the fucking the reason why like men can't find fucking meaningful jobs that have good wages. Partially because that deindustrialization has also created in the post-NAFTA world like a fucking basically non-unionized workforce. Okay, completely eviscerated unions and the power that they had. So now they have no way, like no community organizing, no way of fucking getting like a decent job. They don't have job opportunities. A lot of these job opportunities are like white collar jobs, okay, which is not like a exclusively male or dominated by male workforce, which still wouldn't be a fucking problem if there were jobs to begin with. Okay, but ultimately it's bullshit. All of it revolves around material conditions, okay? And nothing to do with like people seeking escapism through porn and whatnot. We on the techno-fascist train, huh? Yeah.
Up in many cities across America and rural areas too. I think you put together lack of jobs, you put together fatherlessness, you put together the social messages that we teach our kids in school. I think we've got to confront that and its effects.
Where is the fatherlessness? What a dog whistle? Yeah, it's fucking bullshit. I need to know. There is another one that I want to fucking show you guys. First of all, there's another one. Like the original video that Josh Hawley posted. The original video that Josh Hawley had, where he's like at like some fucking conservative gathering where he's talking about like men. That sounded sussy and has a lot of whistling noises. He's literally saying that black people are lazy and the problem with America would have shut. No, he's not saying that. He's not. He's saying that like all men in America have turned into like pussified individuals as a consequence of deindustrialization, as a consequence of jobs going overseas. There is some truth to that. Not that like they're pussified or anything like that, but like their opportunities are dried up as a consequence of, again, manufacturing being outsourced. The funny thing is, though, I don't think this works because bro, because it's Josh Hawley. Like, he's a fucking dildo. He's a dweeb and he has a fucking expensive haircut. And I don't think the people of Missouri are going to look at him and be like, that guy, he sounds and looks exactly like a bicoastal elite. And he's talking about shit that like people that spend all their time on 4chan talk about. Like, you gotta, if you want to fucking make a dent in the culture war in the Missouri audience, the Missouri Republicans, you can't be fucking talking about like, you know, you can't be talking like a YouTube essayist. You need to be talking about shit that like Fox News has conditioned them to care about. Okay? And Fox News has conditioned them to care about like, you know, education in schools that say that black people are human beings, you know, that sort of shit. This stuff is like, what are you, fucking trying to be the Bernie Sanders of the right? Like, you want to fucking invoke some sort of like, I don't know, grassroots momentum in the younger Republican base, which doesn't even fucking exist. It's not going to work. Just fucking do the same thing. Immigrants are bad. They're going to fuck your wife. Black people are lazy and criminals, and then fucking repeat that, rinse and repeat in a different way. You can't like try to do this whole like, men used to be masculine and we can't be masculine anymore. Like that sort of stuff is too complicated for the fucking the baboon-brained people from Missouri and everywhere else, by the way, that are Republican. Not just like people that have, I'm not saying only people in Missouri are baboon-brained. All Republicans across the fucking country that make less than $250,000 a year have baboon brains. That's just the truth. Otherwise, you wouldn't fucking do this. Anyway, you're teaching him how to grift? No, it's just like he's trying to complicate it way, 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 way worse. Like, he's just trying to complicate the situation. When I was in the right, that's literally how a lot of the alt-right Zoomers viewed Hawley, as a right-wing Bernie or something like that. Yeah, but the alt-right youth is like 11 kids. Okay? Like, that's not... Those are like the fucking groypers on the internet. They're not like real. They're not a real constituency. And they're too scared. They have agoraphobia and too terrified to fucking go out and vote to begin with. So that's not like a real constituency that you should be activating or trying to activate. Okay, yeah, they are the American hikikomori, and you're trying to fucking what? Get them to go outside and vote for you? It's bullshit. If you're talking in front of a Missouri crowd and you aren't wearing a Carhartt or some real treat, nobody's going to listen to you.
HSWP.
They can't go to vote. They might see a brown person. Yeah. People who are saying there are young Republicans, I see them all the time, are missing the point that I'm trying to make. Okay? The point I'm trying to make is that they're not a big enough constituency. And also on top of that, the way to like even get young conservatives is by doing the old shit. Like, young conservatives still love and are motivated by, outside of like the fucking groypers, young conservatives are still motivated by the same old shit. They're conservative, of course. All you need to do is repackage the same talking points for them. They're conservative. You conserve the talking points.
And your stream. You're too involved in my weekly entertainment.
Okay, anyway. So I'm going to pee while I fucking play this.
We be surprised.
Yeah, they stay with the same shitty ideas. Like the idea that like you're going to fucking, recover masculinity because you're anti-porn or some shit. Like, that's not, you're repackaging like tried and true talking points and making them more convoluted and more difficult to comprehend for like 12 people. Okay? Just be simple. Just arrive at the fucking core of the matter. Tell them that it's top of the hour and there's a 60-second ad break coming at the top of the hour. Okay? And if you no longer want to see those ads, there are methods. Like, for example, if you no longer want to see those ads, all you need to do is subscribe. You can subscribe for $5. Or if you already bought a fucking ideology tee that just dropped and you don't have $5 extra anymore, you can subscribe for free with a Twitch Prime. Primes are free. As long as you have an Amazon Prime account that's connected to your Twitch account, you can get it from your fucking mom or dad or some shit too. Anyway, that's right. The ideology tees are union made and domestically manufactured and have international shipping and will be shipping out in the next 4 weeks.
Norway.
Here's the ad now. Here's the 1 minute ad break now.
That after years of being told that they are the problem, that their manhood is the problem, more and more men are withdrawing into the enclave of idleness and pornography and video games. I found the comment by one young man to a Wall Street Journal reporter particularly evocative and particularly heartbreaking. He said, I'm sort of waiting for a light to come on so I can figure out what to do next.
Yeah, dude. You know, I want to be, I've been told that, like, the only thing that matters is being a productive force in society. My entire life, I have no fucking job options available, okay? It feels like I don't fit a role in society, but the real reason why I'm drawn away into a fucking enclave is because someone on the internet said men are trash. Let me tell you something, folks. And this is like, I've heard this a million times over. I've heard this argument so many fucking times, okay? Like this notion that like, someone said men are trash. Like some fucking like Radlib said, Wimixon Radlib said, all men are trash. Like throw them in jail. If that is what breaks your entire fucking worldview, which is not a real thing. That's not a real thing. No one is like, oh my God, I saw that tweet and I was like, men are under attack, or white men specifically are under attack. Like, if that is what broke you down, you're a fucking pussy, okay? Straight up. You're a fucking pussy, and your frame is shattered. You're not Sigma. You're not Alpha. You can jerk off to this like Nordic conquest that you potentially one day could achieve, but that's never gonna happen. You were always a pussy. You're still a pussy. Shut the fuck up. Figure it out, okay? It's bullshit. These motherfuckers can't comprehend how, like, you know, hundreds of thousands of fucking teenagers can be radicalized by like literal drone strikes happening and murdering their fucking family members for no reason whatsoever over the course of the past 20 years. But they literally are like, well, someone said a mean word on the internet and now I'm radicalized into doing white supremacy. It's like, fuck you, dude. It's the same old bullshit I've heard a million times over. I usually agree with you, but it's you who doesn't understand Hasan. He's against pornography because he believes consent cannot be bought and porn is the advert for the patriarchy. Do not meddle in women's issues. If you think Josh Hawley gives a fuck about consent and women's issues, you are the dumbest person on the planet. Go buy some NFTs, dude. Idiot. I want to show you guys that, like, again, in the middle of the day, Josh Hawley's at fucking Whole Foods buying wine, which I have no problem with. Okay, good for him. If he wants to fucking drink his vino, whatever, good for him. But like, don't fucking sit around and try to lecture people on like, you know, manhood and whatnot. Okay, and like gender rules and shit like that. This is, and I've said this for years now, but you know, it's something that I will probably repeat forever. This is the same shit that these YouTube essayist Andes fucking cried about with liberals, radlibs, and identity politics. That's exactly what he's fucking doing. He's like, bodies and spaces are necessary for white men in the public conversation. But why? White men. Okay? It's the same fucking bullshit, okay? But when it comes down to it, when we talk about like marginalized identities and like black people and systemic racism, like there's at least some fucking material truth to it. Okay?
9 months. Time.